Roxo Media House.
And welcome inside the Roxo Media House studios. Chris Gutierrez, Eric Bell for another edition of Kickin It with Kris and EB. Coach, it's great to see you.
It's nice to see you as well.
It's been a while.
It has been a minute.
You
missed me.
I have missed you. Your fans have missed you as well.
I hope so.
But we've been getting to see some good soccer. Your team is now 10-3-4, 5-1-2 in conference play, and the season is almost over.
The regular season.
The regular season. Good call.
Yeah, regular season.
Good call, because that's when the fun begins.
Yeah.
Big 12 tournament and then on to the NCAA tournament is where we expect you to be, because you've been there for how many years in a row now?
6.
6 years in a row. How about that, y'all? Coach knows his stuff. He knows his soccer. We want to break down some film here in a minute, but first we want to talk about you've had a long stretch. You had some home games. You were traveling. You tied West Virginia. You beat Iowa State. You beat OSU. Heartbreaker in Norman against Oklahoma.
Yes.
For me.
For me too.
For you two and the girls. And then you bounced back just this past weekend with a big win at Baylor on the road.
Correct.
Okay, so let's break down some film. We're going to pull up the Iowa State win. This is a win that you guys got. It was 3-0 was the final. And right?
Yes.
And you guys were playing really well. Home game here. Walk us through some tape.
All right, so we have the 3 goals that we scored. This is off of a set piece of obviously an attacking corner kick.
Right.
It's driven into the near post. They clear it out. Shay is there for risk management, that's what we call it. And she plays it back to Olivia Hassler, who serves a great ball behind the back line. And Grace Coppinger, flicks it on to Messiah Bright.
Oh, look at that goal.
Fantastic.
Hits the inside of one bar and then all the way to the other side of the net. We'll take that. So that's a 1-0 lead right there against Iowa State. This next play?
Yep. A little bit of a build-up, little vertical combination. Messiah to Gracie Bryan.
Good ball.
And this is a worldie here. Left-footed banger.
Wow, look at that shot. Gracie Bryan, we've talked about this in the past. She just seems to have a knack for being in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
Right?
I constantly say that. And
you can't coach that, can you?
No.
Or can you?
No.
No, that's just her being...
That's her innate ability, and we love it.
Yeah, congrats to her. So you're up 2-0 at this point, and the team celebrates another goal, and then here we are, another set piece.
Another set piece. Tyler Isgrigg is taking the corner kick, and Grace Coppinger gets her first collegiate goal.
Oh, nice. Big header there. So that's career goal number 1.
Number 1 for Grace Coppy.
Awesome. So after that, we want to go to Norman. Again, I call this a heartbreaking loss. And I say that because your team had opportunities.
Correct.
Lots of opportunities to score.
Lots.
And you cut a few of them here. So let's start here. What do we see? Building out the back again?
Building out the back again, which we do well. And this is Cam doing Cam things again and running out of the midfield with the ball and the dribble. Does a really good job of committing this defender here and slipping Seven Castaigne into a goal-scoring opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
Big chance there.
Castaigne's on the ball here?
Yep. Fighting here to keep it. Finds Cam.
Great ball.
Yep. And we all know that Cam does a really good job of dribbling out of pressure or beating players. And it's Messiah with a big chance. And here's the goal.
Shay plays it wide.
Shay plays it wide to Gracie, looking to create a 2v1 here. Kind of on, kind of not. They clear it out right to Michelle Slater. This is a strength for Michelle Slater as far as driving or striking a ball from distance. And I think she surprised the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper kind of saw it late.
Great shot.
Great
goal.
shot.
So the next game was down in Waco. You were at Baylor. Walk us through this game here.
2-0 win for the good guys. These are 2 goals that we've been working on crossing and finishing quite a bit.
Okay.
And both of these goals are scored off of crossing and finishing. And so it's been a point of emphasis for our group. And I think that they're hearing us.
All right, let's check it out. So you're building from midfield here?
Yep. This is Olivia Hassler playing it into Messiah. Does a good job of holding the ball. Plays it out to Kennedy Klontz. She's looking to take her on, but she doesn't, and plays it back to Megan Riley. And this is a great ball by Megan to the back post to Gracie Bryan again.
Wow. Great ball, great finish.
Yep.
And guess who's there?
Johnny
on the spot, right? Okay, so you're up 1-0 against Baylor at this point, and then it continues on.
Correct.
Oh, that's a long ball.
No, we're looking to play, but obviously we want to vary the way that we play balls behind the back line as well as in front of the back line. That didn't quite get over the back line, but we win the second ball. Then we look to change the point of attack from Seven Castaigne to A.J. Hennessy, freshman to freshman. And then A.J. does a really good job of picking out Skylar Heinrich for a first goal of the season.
Again, another big win. And now you're hosting Texas Tech tomorrow on Thursday. And the regular season's over at that point.
Correct.
That's crazy, right?
It has flown by through a lot of trials and tribs, as every season has. And, we're relatively healthy going into postseason play. And, hopefully we can continue to make a run, and not only in the Big 12 tournament, and obviously try to win that, but also do the best we can in the NCAA tournament and try to win that as well.
For sure. So the Big 12 tournament down in Round Rock, I believe.
Correct.
And you guys, the seeding is still up for grabs. You could be anywhere from 1 to 3.
Correct.
And so the way this works is 1 would play 8, 2 would play 7. That's kind of the way it works. Mm-hmm. You want that number 1 seed, right? You always want the number 1 seed, but you also come in to the tournament with a target on your back.
Yeah.
Right. You're defending champs. You want it outright, and you won the tournament.
We don't talk like that.
You don't talk like that.
No, we don't say defending champs, and we're just trying to win the next one.
We're
not defending anything. We are not defending anything. It's a new team, new group. We're trying to attack the season with this group and win another championship. We're not defending anything.
I love that. That's kind of your mantra going back since when you got here, I guess, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, we just take it one game at a time.
Yeah.
And that is, for me, the most important thing, that we give the proper respect due to the next upcoming opponent. Mm-hmm. And, that's just the way that I see things, and not, looking ahead.
Okay.
We have to focus in on the team that we have to play, and then after that, we'll focus in on the next team that we have to play. I
love it. All right, Coach. Still to come in this edition of Kicking It with Kris and EB, we're going to talk about our next soccer standout. We're shining the spotlight on Megan Riley coming up in just a few minutes, and also my favorite. Just remember who got you hip. I can't wait to see what Coach E to the B drops on me this week. That's coming up right after this.
For exclusive interviews and content on TCU recruits, subscribe now at frogstoday.com. Any sport, anytime. It's your source for all things TCU. Only on frogstoday.com.
And welcome back inside the Roxo Media House studios. Chris Gutierrez, Eric Bell for the latest edition of Kicking It with Kris and EB, the official coaches soccer show for TCU soccer. Awesome, indeed. Let's talk about an awesome soccer standout. Megan Riley is someone who, I guess you took advantage of the transfer portal in this case.
We did.
Talk to us about Megan.
Great young lady from the Houston area, transferred to us from OU. And has done a tremendous job coming in and fulfilling a role for us in the back line. Has done a tremendous job for us, and hopefully that trend continues.
All right, and here is Megan Riley in her own words now.
Hi, I'm Megan Riley. I'm a graduate senior midfielder. I'm originally from Sugar Land, which is outside of Houston. I started playing soccer when I was 3 or 4 years old, so pretty young. I played for Challenge SC in the Klein area in Houston. I always watched the game and loved looking up to players, so that's what made me fall in love. I wanted to be like them. I always looked up to players like Alex Morgan or Iniesta and just wanted to be like them. One of the funniest things that Coach Bell that I've witnessed has done is just his dancing in the locker room before the games. I haven't seen much else, but just the way he dances before the games is really funny. This is Megan Riley. You are watching Kicking It with Kris and EB. Go Frogs.
For exclusive interviews and content on TCU recruits, subscribe now at frogstoday.com. Any sport, anytime. It's your source for all things TCU. Only on frogstoday.com.
Welcome back inside the Roxo Media House studios. Chris Gutierrez, Eric Bell, and it is time for...
Just remember who got you hip.
Or Bell's Beats, whichever way you want to. I like Bell's Beats, but it's your show. We can call it whatever you want. Just remember who got you hip. And you went to another concert recently.
Yeah.
Pusha T.
Pusha T.
Where was this concert?
House of Blues.
Come on, hands up. Come on, hands up. Come on, go.
Describe Pusha T's music to me.
Okay, so he started off with a group called the Clips, Clipse, right?
Okay.
He's out of he's from Virginia.
Okay.
So the same area as Pharrell, and so his brother and himself, they had a group called the Clips, and they broke up, and now he's a single or just a individual rapper artist.
Got it. And
Solo artist, sorry.
rumor has it that he and Drake kind of got into it.
Well, it's not a rumor.
Oh, it's legit. It really happened.
Yeah, well, they had a beef. They went back and forth on wax as far as the music was concerned. And Pusha revealed some interesting things about Drake and his life that nobody really knew.
Wow.
I.e. his son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Pusha T. Gwen Bunn.
Yeah.
Tell us about Gwen Bunn. Another one who's keeping us hip.
Gwen is a singer, songwriter. I heard about her probably last spring. I don't remember if I was somebody on social media and I picked up and listened to the music. Like, who is this again? And then I Google it or Shazam it or whatever. And then I was like, ooh, this is pretty good. She actually opened up for Alex Isley this past summer in a concert. So I was happy to be able to see her as well. But Gwen Bunn is fantastic.
Awesome. And you have one more for us.
E. Jones.
Yeah. Turn it up, y'all. Turn it up, y'all.
Not really a singer.
No, not really a singer. He's more of a music creator. Well, he's kind of mixing and sampling different music and putting it together. And he puts together some really cool songs that are just more easy listening. But there's also some rappers that are featured on some of his songs as well.
Just remember who got you hip, y'all. It's usually Eric B. Because he keeps me hip, real hip. I told him if it's not on the country radio dial, I probably don't know about it.
It's all good.
I probably don't know about it, but I'm enjoying this. You guys are about to start the Big 12 conference tournament.
Correct.
That starts on Sunday, October 30th. And again, by the time we know what the final outcome is of tomorrow's game against Texas Tech, then we'll have an idea of where you are seating-wise in the tournament.
Correct.
How are you feeling going into this last stretch of the year?
Good. I think that we're peaking at the right time. We're playing some really good soccer, and hopefully we're relatively healthy as well, which I think is probably the most important. That we have players available to play, and so I'm looking forward to the postseason because Marie, that's the most fun, the best part of my job.
Yeah. So I think the next time that you and I will get together, we will have wrapped up the Big 12 conference tournament, and then we'll be waiting for the big selection show.
Okay.
And so at that point, we will come back and check in with your fans and our viewers and make sure that we know who we're playing against, where that game is going to happen. And I'm looking forward to a long run.
Me too.
A really long run.
Really long run. It's
really
time.
Long. It is time. All right, Coach. For Coach Eric Bell, I'm Kris Gutierrez. Thank you again for this latest edition of Kickin' It with Kris and EB. We'll see you next time.
Roxo Media House.